Hello everyone, my name is Chris. Just making a video to review the MBTI objective personality that Dave Superpowers created. And Shannon, I'm not sure how involved she was with it, or it seems like they've been around for a long time and then recently kind of really start putting out the content. And I'm just going to kind of show you some of this paperwork and a little bit of my journey of how I got involved in all this. And I had ESFJ who sent me the 16 personalities test because I think she was a little bit starting to get a little bit frustrated with me because we were dating for a little while and she wanted to kind of know how I tick. And now I kind of know why she was frustrated with me and answered a lot of questions with me because I'm not sure how compatible our types were, but when she sent me the thing, I got ESTJ, so it's like this is a little weird. Like some of this feels okay, but a lot of this doesn't feel right. And then I started looking into it, and I started getting different. As I consume more content, like I took the test again, and then I started getting ENTP, and I was like, okay, maybe I'm an NT. It's because I'm, a lot of these, you're starting to get the stereotype of the sensors being, not too involved with the MBTI community, and they're out in the world, they're kind of not kind of academic thinkers, and they're not whatever, and it's like that's sort of not true, but sort of true. I mean, but then then I started taking a little bit more tests, and I got INTJ on one website, and it's like, wait, that's no way I'm an INTJ. And it was like, and then I finally ran across one of Dave's videos, and he had a good, and he described really well about why you don't type yourself very well. I kind of realized early on that obviously these questions are subjective, and you're like, okay, what do they actually want me to say? Like, where are they coming from with these questions? And then also Dave pointed out that like you kind of fool yourself with a lot of these things. Your ego gets involved, and you don't really give the right answer sometimes because you think you're introverted when you're not. You think you're intuitive when you're not, or whatever. Just those spectrums of you think you're very FE when you're not, or TI when you're not, or whatever. And it's just very interesting. So then I made a video and I sent it to them, and I got them to type me. And this is what I have. And I sent a very candid video, about 20 minutes. Didn't edit it, didn't do anything. Just kind of talked about my life, kind of talked about where I'm at, and I figured that would be enough for them to kind of deconstruct my brain and give me a good, good read. So, and they came up with something very precise, which was really cool, and I think they're pretty spot on. So let me show you a little bit of their system. Hopefully this isn't top secret because it's going to be too late. But they have five check marks here, and then the animals here too. For those of you who are familiar with it, you're gonna kind of see some familiar things, I guess. The growth first fixed mindset. I'm not sure exactly how this works. They clicked on my savior side. I guess that's good. I'm responsible, so I spend time on this. I can work through the struggles. Confidence. Let me just do that for you. Thank me later. Obvious. I'm not sure exactly what that means. I did talk to Shannon on the phone afterwards. I kind of wish I would have recorded it. maybe we went over that part, but maybe not. Human needs. You have observer or decider. I got observer, relatively balanced with self and tribe, but feels stuck when it comes to control and chaos. So that's either the IJ or the EP. I guess maybe that's why I got IJ in one of the tests. I don't know. And then prioritizes their personal values, reasons first, then seeks the spectrum of the tribe values and reasons. So that's identity, FI or TI. So for me, being an ESTP, I'm a TI. Did I say that they typed me ESTP? Yeah, I think so. All right. Answers are found by going... Oh, I got gather. Answers are found by gathering new facts, concepts, then organizing known facts, concepts later. So that's gather, that's NE or SE, and obviously an SE. ST, for the letters, I got ST, reporter, so sees the reasons in the physical world, then seeks to figure out values in the abstract. So observer, EP, gather, SE, and then ST, reporter. So that kind of, I guess they slowly kind of see the way I interact, how I come up with my answers, and see my functions through the video. And I sent them links to my website and my different social media type things I have and all that stuff. And yeah. And then the animals too, which is interesting. So so there's four animals. I got lead, consume, and then sleep, and then blast, and then play. So my number one thing is consume, which take in and respects info before getting started in teaching, which seems pretty odd for an ESTP, right? That sounds very introverted. But they told me that, Chris, you have a very kind of, what was the exact word Shannon used? Just very intense or very vivid kind of personal world in your head, which seems a little bit odd is this ESTP stereotype. And then sleep, which is another introverted animal. Process and preserves energy for self before expending energy for the tribe. And then blast, which is the opposite of consume, gets started and is able to teach before respecting and gathering info. And then play, which is my last animal, expends energy for the tribe before processing and preserving energy for self. And then the sexual modalities, I got double masculine, which means direct with the tribe, movable identity, and solid with facts, movable with concepts. And then they kind of showed some of the functions there and the animals and how this all works. I did take their class for a little bit. I probably need to go over it a little bit again. I sort of understand it in kind of a shallow way about how it works. I know they kind of borrowed and kind of made this through the human needs with Tony Robbins and some of these other things, and which allows them to come up with much more diverse. So I think they've broke it down to 160 something types instead of just the 16. And one of the most interesting things is the SETI side, my lead functions. It's like, here's me right now, the double masculine, and then there's Gary Durdane. I had to look him up. So he's the same as me, except he's double feminine with his animals. And I think he's the guy who came up with Bitcoin, which is interesting. You don't think about ESTP coming up with a cryptocurrency, like making seems like an NT thing, right? And then weirdly, I think this is very controversial. Like, this is Obama right here, who is consume, sleep, play, blast, which is very similar to my functions, or my, to who I am, I guess, except for he's play blast instead of blast play, and then he's double feminine, I guess, which means movable with tribe, direct on identity, and then solid with concepts, movable with facts. So just the way he communicates is a little bit different. The way he kind of, I don't know the whole thing with the animals. It's still pretty complicated, and I've watched some of their beginning videos, and I've watched some of their class. I mean, it's not something super easy to understand, but it has allowed me to kind of understand that I'm obviously not an NT, or I'm not an NT. Like, it would be interesting to know what you guys, the community, thinks with my type. I mean, obviously this is, 11 minutes and 20 seconds now. This is a little long, but hopefully maybe I can get some feedback from you guys, and, you know, check out Dave and Shannon's channel. It's pretty cool. I like it. I've seen a lot of other stuff out there, and yeah. If you guys want to ask me any questions, or maybe I'll review it in another video if I get a lot of questions, or if you guys want any other information or about me or about their channel, or, you know, all that stuff, then go for it. And just introducing myself to the community, I guess. Maybe I'll be around, I don't know. But all right, guys, thanks.